What's up, guys? I wanted to tell you that one funded account will not change your life. I've seen too many people work so hard and spend so much money on the challenges, and the second they get funded, they blow that account and they back at where they started. So I wanted to make this video to give you a clear explanation of how you should be going about your trading journey, getting funded, getting payouts, and how you should be treating your trading if you want to make this your full-time trading career without any false expectations. What I may tell you in this video may not make you really happy because trading is not a get rich quick scheme. I've seen too many people call trading a scam because they wanted to make millions from trading on a $500 account, and without correct risk management you're not going to achieve that. So let's look at my charts, and I have something that I want to draw for you. What I want you to first make is I want you to set a goal of funded that you want to achieve. What I personally recommend people to strive for is at least $350,000 in funded accounts. Why is that so important? Because if you get this funded account of, like, if you have stacked up funded accounts of $350,000, now you can drop your risk to 0.25% risk per trade, right? Which would take you 40 trades, 40 losses in a row to blow that account. Pretty much impossible, right? Now you get a 1 to 4 risk to reward trade or a win, right? Which is 1% gain, and you would make $3,500, right? So by risking very little amount, you made a decent amount of money, right? So you're not putting your capital at risk, you're not putting your funded account at risk, and you're still making good enough money. Now, if you do the same thing on a 25K account, right? Or like, let's say $10,000 funding challenge, you risk 0.25% per trade, right? Which is, again, 40 trades in a row you need to lose to blow that account. You make 1 to 4 risk to reward win, you make $100. I don't think it's enough for you to pay your bills. I don't think it's enough for you to cover your living expenses or live the life you want, right? So even though this is sustainable, this is what you should be doing with your funded accounts, you're not gonna make enough money to, live the life that you want. So this is going to be your route of how you can achieve this and make good enough money and not put your capital at risk. So let's come back to that amount of $350,000. Like I said, you have that big goal, and this is going to be your journey. Journey number one that people might take after watching this video is like, hey, that's easy. I just need to pass one 200K account or two 200K accounts, and I'm gonna be $400,000 in funded. The problem is with this type of route, yes, you may get lucky, you may pass the funded challenges and stuff like that, but you're gonna get there so quickly, you're not gonna be prepared enough, you're not gonna be seasoned enough trader to trade this amount of capital. And now you have spent thousands of dollars on these funding challenges and you blow this funded account because you're not prepared. And that's it. That's the end of your journey. You go back at where you started at the beginning. Okay? So the way I would recommend for everyone to go about this is take the longer route. Start with a 10K challenge. Let's say you blow it. That's okay. Losing streaks happen. Bad market conditions happen. You get another 10K account, you pass it, you get another 25K account, you pass it, right? And then so on, so on, so on, so on. And then by taking this longer route, you're becoming a better trader, you're learning new things, you're adjusting your strategy, you're becoming more seasoned trader, and by the time you reach that goal, you are ready to trade that, let's say, $350,000 account. So now you are ready. Yes, it's a longer route. Yes, it's a harder route, but it's the right route. I'm not here going to sit here and lie to you that trading is easy, This is how you do it. Just pass a couple of 200K challenges and you're gonna get there. I don't want to lie to you. I want to give you the realistic way to become a full-time trader. Now, you take this long route, you get $350,000 in funded to trade with. Your next step is, once you start trading the funded account, okay, is, let's say realistically you make 3% profit, which is very conservative, per month, okay? And that equals to $10,500. So to make 3% is very conservative, and you make $10,500, which is a decent amount of money, right? Let's say you take 5 trades, because you have such a big capital, because you use such a low amount of risk, you don't need to take 50 trades in a month. All you need to do is take 5, 6 A+ setups to achieve this amount of money. Now you make a $10,500 profit. What you're going to do is, let's say you start allocating this capital. With the $10,500, you allocate 50% for your personal needs, which is about $5,000, enough to cover your bills, to pay for groceries. You put another 25% of your profits into real estate, stocks, investments. This is personal capital. And then you put the rest 25%, you can adjust these percentages the way you want, and put this into your live account. And then you continue doing this, you're growing your personal capital, you're growing your investment portfolio, and you're growing your personal live balance constantly by using very little amount of risk and taking a very conservative route. Now, it sounds easier than it actually is to achieve, but it's the way to go. What I want you to understand, to get to this stage, it will take you months, if not years. If you take the right route, it's gonna take you months and probably years to get to this point. But this is the way to become a full-time trader. Now, if you go ahead and what I don't like, the last thing I want you to do is get funded 25K account. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna trade this. You make $200 payout. Oh, look at me. I made $200. Pretty much the same amount that I spent on this challenge. You're gonna continue trading and then you blow that account. You went all this way just to be back at where you started. And that's how you're stuck in this cycle. And that's why most people say that trading is not real and trading doesn't work. Now, if you take the right route, which is way longer route, way harder route, but the right route, you make 25K plus 25K plus 10K plus 50K, let's say 100K, another 10K, and so on. You pass some, you fail some along the way. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take months, right? It's a longer route. But once let's say you fail account, you pass the challenge. Now, the next time you fail the account, you're not as discouraged because you already know that I have 2 funded accounts waiting for me. And then I have that big goal of 350,000. Let's say I'm now 10% closer to my goal. You look at your whiteboard or whatever you have, and then you see that I'm 10% closer to my goal. I'm 25% closer to my goal. And yes, you're not going to see returns in a long time, but you're gonna build up for your future. This is how you should be approaching funded accounts. You have such an opportunity to become a full-time trader, because when I started trading, the biggest concern was I don't have enough capital to trade with. Yes, I had $2,000 to start with, but if I risk 1% per trade, it's gonna take me half of my lifetime to build up decent amount of capital to trade. Where now you have funded challenges, everything is done for you. I'm not saying everything is done for you. It's to pass challenges is the hard part, but you have the ability to achieve large amounts of capital to trade with. As long as you find a reliable prop firm, that journey is worth it. So my recommendation is to do it this way. Don't get excited about getting funded 10K or 25K account. Put it to the side. Be a mature trader. Be a trader with a long-term vision. And that's how you're going to make it. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in that washing machine cycle that I just showed you. I think it's below, right here, forever. I've seen multiple people do it. I've got mad at multiple students inside of my mentorship when they passed the funded challenge and they traded. Also, if you want to learn all these things, watch me trade live. Hit the link in the bio if you want to join. But this was Dovy. Thank you for watching.